A very good morning to my dear students. So I've come, this is my second lecture on regression equation. If you have not watched my first lecture on regression equation, please do watch that first. Now we begin with the second lecture. So today I'm going to start off with type 1. So type 1 you get for 4 marks, and the question will be to find the regression equation when the values of x and y are given. You can see these values 2, 8, 6, 8, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5, 2. So these values will be given. That means what is type 1? To find the regression equation when the values of x and y will be given. So let us begin. So I've taken one question. This is ISC 2020. So in this question, the question was the values of x and y were given. You have to find bxy, regression coefficient of x and y, regression coefficient of y on x, correlation coefficient, and this part I've added. This was not there, but I've added this because most of the question they will ask you regression equation only. So in this question you will be able to understand all the possible cases which they can ask. Is that clear? So let us begin. So what will be given? Only the values of x and y. As you can see, the first coordinate is the x coordinate and the second coordinate is your y. So I have written 2, 6, 4, 7, 5. Then I have written 8, 8, 5, 6, 2. That's the first thing you are going to do. Now my question is to the question is to find bxy and byx. So in my first lecture I've already given you the formula bxy equal to n summation xy minus summation x summation y divided by the second variable is y. That's why summation n summation y square minus summation y whole square. So those who are wondering what is summation means you have to add the column. Like if you can see summation x means add the column containing x. So see what are the possible things which you need to find. Summation xy, so only x and y will be given, so I made a first column, that is xy. What you need to do to find xy, you just multiply x and y. So 2 into 8 is 16, 6 into 8 is 48, 4 into 5 is 20, 7 6 are 42, 5 2s are 10. Next you can see, look at the column, look at the denominator, summation y square. So I need one more column containing y square, so I make one more column containing x square and y square. What is x square? You square x, like 2 square 4, 6 square 36, 4 square 16, 7 square 49, 5 square 25. Similarly you find out y square, you square y, 8 8s are 64, 8 8s are 64, 5 square 25, 6 square 36, 2 square 4. So once you are done with this, you get the total. That means summation means you have to add. Summation x means 24, summation y means 29. I've added the column. Summation xy means 136. How did you get 136? 16 plus 48 plus 20 plus 42 plus 10. I'm trying to make it very simple for you all. Okay, so there are basically 3 types. If you practice these 3 types, you'll have no problems from this particular. 6 marks is yours. Okay, moving on. X square, summation x square means 4 plus 36, so you got it 130. I've already calculated for you all. Summation y square is 193. So the only thing out here which you might which could be confusing out here is n. N means the number of terms. How many terms are there? 1 2 3 4 5. So n equal to 5. So let me put the value 5 into summation xy. What is the total of xy? 136 minus summation x is 24 into 29, and similarly n is 5. Summation y square is 193 minus summation y whole square is 29 whole square. This formula I have already given in lecture number 1. Okay, so once you calculate this, the value you should get is minus 0.12. 2 points of decimal is more than enough. Similar to the same thing for byx. This is regression coefficient of y on x. So you get minus 0.21. You can see the working, I've done it. Okay, now the next thing you need to find out is correlation coefficient. So there's a relation between the regression coefficient and the correlation coefficient. We call it rho also. This is the notation. Sometimes some people use r also, doesn't matter. So rho equal to under root bxy into byx. So what is bxy? Minus 0.12, and what is byx? Minus 0.21. So you get 0.15. But why have I taken minus? Because the sign of bxy, byx and rho has to be same, because root means plus or minus, isn't it? Root means plus or minus, so I can even take positive or negative, but I'm going to take negative because bxy is negative, byx is also negative, so rho also has to be negative. So 0.145. Sorry. So if you do till here, this had come in the year 2020, that means this year, for 4 marks. So you would get 4 marks. So I've got an additional question for you. You have to find the regression equation also. So in lecture 1, I've already given you the formula. The regression equation of x on y is, since it's x on y, it'll start with x. So x minus x bar equal to bxy, y minus y bar. See the unknowns x bar, y bar, bxy. Bxy I have already calculated, minus 0.12. So the only thing I need to calculate is x bar and y bar. Again in lecture 1 I have already given you the formulas. X bar means mean of x is the total of x divided by the number of terms. That means total of x is 24 divided by number of term n is 5. So 24 divided by 5 is 4.8, and y bar, that means mean of y is total of y divided by the number of terms, that means 5.8. Now let me substitute the value. X minus x bar is 4.8, bxy I have already got this, minus 0.12, y minus y bar, that is 5.8. So when you simplify x equal to, you multiply this into this, becomes 0.12y plus this, minus into minus is plus, 0.12 into 5.8 is 0.696, negative goes that side, becomes positive. So you add these two, you get 5.496. So your final answer, the first answer is x on y is x equal to minus 0.12y plus 5.496. That is equation number 1 for you. Is that clear? Now similarly, regression equation of y on x, since y on x it begins with y, so y minus y bar equal to byx. Be careful with that, because this is y on x, so byx equal to x minus x bar. Similarly substitute the values. Y minus y bar is 5.8, byx is minus 0.21, x minus what is x bar, 4.8. Now again the same thing, this into this is 0.21 x, minus into minus is plus, 0.21 into 4.8 is 1.008. Then negative goes that side, becomes positive. So your final answer is y equal to minus 0.21x plus 6.808. That is equation number 2. So this is type 1 for you. So once again, let us go through the question. What will be given? Basically will be the values of x and y, and they will ask you either to find the regression equations or bxy, byx, or correlation coefficient. I hope you all understood this.